Well, welcome to Brussels for the EuroVolley semi-final, the second one of the evening between the world champions Serbia up against the Netherlands. A repeat of the 2017 EuroVolley final that went the way of Serbia. The winner of this match will go on to play against Turkey, who were absolutely sensational. 4-5 down and 2-1 down. They came back to beat the reigning champions Italy just an hour or so ago here in Belgium. Well, it's been a competition, 16 different host cities, 4 countries. We've come down to the final 4, with the final matches being played on Sunday. It's going to be another really intriguing evening here. Having spoken to the captains, and there you go, coach of Serbia, Giovanni Guidetti, has never won a European championship with Turkey or with the Netherlands or Germany. There's his former assistant in Felix Kozlowski, former head coach of Germany, and now leading the way with the Netherlands. So many little wrinkles and storylines here that make it so fascinating at EuroVolley. Well, there's Tijana Boskovic, best scorer, best server in 2017 Champions League, best opposite in EuroVolley in 1990 and 2022. But Serbia were defeated in Belgrade 2 years ago against Italy, and they're looking to make it 3 wins from the last 4 European Championships. For the Netherlands, they haven't won this competition for 28 years. 1995, the last time that the Dutch women's programme topped the podium. And will they cause an upset here this evening? They certainly have talent. There's Kerstin Knip, the libero. This is a team who, well, led here by Celeste Plack, playing on that right side. Started off playing as a left-sider back around 2017 or so, when Lonika Sloches was the right-sider, but now she's tasked with leading the way through the right side. And through the left side is the very, very impressive Nika Dauderop, who now plays for Milano, signed from Champions League winners for Kifbank Istanbul. Well, when you think of Serbia, there are so many big players. Bianca Buser is going to be one of them, a 2-time world champion. Serbia have won that twice in a row. A Romanian league winner with Blaj as well. As we also welcome Ivana Stevanovic, 31 years old now, Stevanovic, but somebody who's been there, seen it, and done it as well. Part of the World Championship team twice. Took the silver in Rio as well. And Tijana Boskovic, another big evening coming her way. 24 points against Sweden, but she is absolutely sensational. The best scorer and best opposite in Belgrade 2 years ago. It's a special evening. The sports presentation team have done an excellent job here. And previously it was full of Turkish fans, but now the Netherlands are here. Sarah Van Allen will probably start as the setter started to set 4 for Kifbank Istanbul. Celeste Plack and then Stan Brink will be the 2 opposites. Kerstin Knip and Florian Reisink, the 2 liberos. Juliette Lohaus, Indy Bayerns, and Aline Timmerman through the middle. Julian Nolema, Marit Jasper, Nika Dauderop and Hester Jasper are the outsides. Well, in 2017, a 2nd place finish underneath Jamie Morrison. 2 years ago, a 4th place finish for the Netherlands. It was the same final 4, but already we're going to have different fixtures on medal day. Turkey beating Italy. The reigning champs will be playing for bronze. Serbia have got a fair share of fans in this house, as have the Dutch cheesers. Well, we know Maja Ognjenovic first won a competition at EuroVolley in 2011. Dutcher is the 2nd setter. Anna Bielsa should start on the outside, with Boskovic. Jegdic has been impressive, but the middles, Popovic, Kurtadic, Aleksic and Stevanovic. And then the outsides, Bianca Busa, Katarina Lazovic, Alexandra Uzelac and Zaralozo. Well, the first six is about to be confirmed here in Brussels. Clash of the Titans. After already witnessing one sensational semi-final, we're sure this one is going to be close. Both teams are undefeated so far. Serbia have won all 3 matches against the Netherlands at the European Championships. But who knows, with Dauderop, Plak and Lohus, anything can happen. Serbia have now reached the 7th successive European Championships in a row. The 2-time world champions in a row, 2018 and 2022. The excitement building. The Dutch border just 30 or so minutes away from us here, and it's the Dutchies who lead their way into the arena, led by captain Laura Dijkma, the experienced setter. Might not see as much of her on the court, but so much and so influential behind the scenes. They took a 12th in VNL, but they topped Pool D here, just dropped a set from France. 11 of that VNL squad are here that lost their last game to Canada in Bangkok in July. 4-time runners-up. And a 4th 2 years ago under Avital Salinger. Well, the legendary Maja Ognjenovic leads Serbia into the arena, the 3-time European champions, the back-to-back world champions. A 9th in VNL probably wasn't what Giovanni Guidetti was after, but there are signs that the performances are coming. Serbia topped Pool A with wins over Poland, Ukraine, Belgium, Slovenia and Hungary. And 6 remain from that squad 2 years ago, and 6, well, some different names from 4 years ago when Serbia beat Guidetti's Turkey. And there are still 7 of the squad from Turkey that played in 2017. Proud Netherlands side. But it'll be a tough task for them here in Brussels. Serbia, the best European team at the Tokyo Olympics, claiming bronze. Felix Kozlovsky, one of the biggest moments of his career with his staff as he goes up against his former boss, Giovanni Guidetti, when he was the head coach of Germany in 2013, when they worked together. For Guidetti, he knows a win here sets up an emotional encounter against Turkey on Sunday, the side that he was the head coach of for such a long time. Guidetti now, though, firmly focused on building this Serbian side and bringing performances to the table. He said this is where Serbia belonged in the Final Four of European Championships. Let's see if they can make the final on Sunday. The Dutch will certainly be the underdogs, but they will be a stern test for Guidetti and Serbia. The first referee, Marie-Catherine Boulanger, and Stefano Cesar, the second referee. Well, it's time to meet the starting sevens. It'll be interesting to see if we have any changes. You'd expect the likes... Well, it's the Netherlands who are going to be introduced first. You should see Sarah Van Allen setting with Celeste Plack in your picture. There's a start for Juliette Lohus in the centre. And there is Sarah Van Allen, who's just signed for Giovanni Guidetti in the KIF Bank. Indy Bayerns. And there's a start for Marit Jasper and Nika Dauderop as well. The two outsides did pick up a niggle, Jasper, so it's good to have her back for the Netherlands, or from their point of view. And it's Reisink that starts as the libero, as we've seen throughout the competition. Dauderop, Jasper on the outside, Bayerns and Lohus in the middle, Plack opposite Sarah Van Allen. Will there be any surprises from Mr. Guidetti this evening is maybe the question. You'd expect to see Bianca Busa, and she's the first name. 7 points against Sweden, 13 against Hungary in the pools, 14 against Slovakia. And there is a start for number 14, Maja Leksic will start in the middle. And there's a start for Jovana Stevanovic, who hasn't played as much, 2 appearances off the bench, 1 start against Slovakia. Boskovic gets the nod as well. And Zara Lozo is also somebody who hasn't played heaps of volleyball through the pools, but getting a little bit more time. Played against Hungary and made 3 points off the bench against the Ukraine. So a couple of changes there for Giovanni Guidetti. Alexic gives her a spot, but Stevanovic is in. Means Stevanovic in the middle with Alexic, Busha and Lozo on the wings. And yeah, the big surprise, I did see that, it wasn't on my sheet, that Bojana Dercha starts in front of Maja Ognjenovic, so I'm unsure whether that's a late change, but it is a change for Guidetti. First year in charge. Said himself that he's had some changes in this role and he's had some challenges, as that's what happens when you change jobs and start afresh, but he's enjoying it, leading the great nation of Serbia. Well, no Maja Ognjenovic starting this game. But it's Serbia who get us underway in the blue on the left of the screen. The Netherlands in orange, and it's Celeste Plack who's shut down early doors. And it's good serving from the setter. Dercha, who's playing for Fenerbahce next year, no stranger to the big tournaments. Yes, Maja Ognjenovic won her first European title in 2011. Jasper shut down, good cover from Dauderop, and it's Plack from the right side. Dercha gets hands on the ball, but Boskovic is tight, goes with the right hand. Reisink is there though. Jasper does a good job of just recycling. Didn't have many options there against Boskovic. And they built through the rally, and in turn, eventually, Plak did have some options. And the Serbian fans are the ones making all the noise at the moment. Another dig from Racing. It's interesting to see in that opening set. Oh, Jana Boskovic opens up her account with an absolute ripper. Well, they lost the opening set against the Czech Republic a couple of evenings ago, but then they started to find their feet a little bit more, Serbia, and you feel that the Netherlands will want to come out the traps firing and try and get Serbia under pressure as quickly as possible and for as long as possible as well here. Good float serve. Brilliant blocking. Dercha goes to the middle. And it's a first monster block for Indy Bayerns. Just takes away position one. Good placement of the hands from Bayerns. 193, the height of the Dutch middle blocker. Tough to get past Sversen. This time they go back to the middle, feeding them again. Alexic, this time 19 European champion, was part of the two World Championship winning sides. But when you had Milena Rasic playing in the middle, it's tough to get into the team, especially when you have Stevanovic as well. Front court receiver, it's a great set, brilliant setting from the Netherlands. Van Aalen uses the middle when the ball's pass really far off the net. Plak firing up, she doesn't know whether to take this free ball, but she does. And Aalen then sends it. That's not an easy set either. Sarah Van Aalen is starting to really run the show here. First one goes back to Plak. Second one, this one here, very difficult. The ball's always moving away from her, and she still manages to keep control of the ball with the hands. And Dauderop doesn't need to be asked twice to feast. Plak with the serve. Now playing in Rome next season. Celeste Plak, error on the side, but they're chasing down the touch here. Guadetti's happy. Guadetti, a serial winner in the Champions League with Vakifbank, building Turkish volleyball as well for such a period of time. But he's never won a European Championship. It's one off the middle blocker's hands as Boskovic goes out the back. Kozlovski had a little nod, the coach, because he knows that's an important rotation. (5-4). Good start for the Netherlands. They'll start to believe the more that they can push Serbia from the service line, and they do push Serbia from the service line here. Sarah Van Aalen now goes back on a quick attack. Looks very at home here. The Dutch setter, impressive so far. Now Jasper stays high. Boskovic, hammer to the line, chase from Plak this time, but to no avail. Well, Boskovic, certainly one of the best players this sport's ever seen, this generation, filled with talent. Wasn't her year in the Champions League with Ekjakabasi, but will it be their year at EuroVolley? Looking for the hands, into the defense. Boskovic. Oh! Middle blocking. Serious business for Indy Bayerns. Boskovic out of system. Tries to swing high at it. Bayerns is also very, very high. Boskovic says my bad, maybe feels that she didn't quite hit it high enough. Bayerns has had an incredible start, playing for Schwerin next year in Germany underneath the guidance of national team coach Felix Kozlowski. 8 of the Dutch side play in Germany. Boskovic flaring one through the pipe this time. She can play on the right side on the backcourt. She's effective through that middle, especially when the slide attack, the front court middle, goes on the reverse. No middle attack on the front court, so they use Boskovic through that area to hold the blocker. Stevanovic into the net this time. He hasn't really played throughout this competition. Joining Ekjakabasi this year, and means it's the first time for her outside of Italy since 2013 for Stevanovic. Boskovic. She looks up for this one, Tijana Boskovic. Dirtjes come in and put the ball in the perfect spot more often than not. Tight pass, well read from Aleksic. Just holds, doesn't chase the overpass. Who's knows that she was a little bit tight. Ace! Dirtje coming in for Maja Ognjenovic and producing the goods here, not only in the service, but with fantastic setting as well. And now Holland for the first time on the back foot. Jasper wrestles that ball in for Plack, and Plack goes block out. She's just testing her swing against how fast the middle blocker can move laterally to double stack. But again, through the middle. Jasper has to try and recover that set, but Dauderop can only just recycle it. Two people who know each other very well from the Turkish league. Dauderop and Boskovic is going to be one-on-one out there, and Boskovic hammers it into the angle again. She's so effective in those situations, charging in, facing the cross-court angle. Let's have another look. First time goes with the tip. Riesink is all over that one, but the second time when the middle doesn't quite get out, that's when Boskovic just hammers through the seam. Okay, game on. Juliette Lohus. First season in Italy for the Dutch middle next year. Castelmajori took a silver in the CEV Cup with Elaine Timmerman, Asby Jasper with Stuttgart. Netherlands back to 1, sliding serve from 5 to 5. Sarah Lozo just looks so rhythmical, doesn't she? The first test here is for her to pass the ball into an area where Dirtje has all of the options available. She does that perfectly. It's a perfect pass, but then she still has to try and get a timing to get out and have rhythm. She goes high off of Plack. Good DIY. Dauderop now, similar situation, having to pass the first ball, but Van Allen goes to Plack, and Boskovic gets high tens all round from Guidetti. He's fully aware a good start will be key to their success this evening after a slow start in the quarterfinals. They're certainly at the races now as the Netherlands take their first time out of this semi-final of EuroVolley. Well, Nika Dauderop, 1 from 1 so far. Early stages, Serbia look relaxed. Service to Dauderop on the inside again. They're trying to go after Dauderop here. They know how much of an effect she'll have in their ability to compete here. Serbia know what they're dealing with, so they're trying to upset the pass and see what she can do offensively. That's a brilliant swing from Dauderop, it really is. Past the inside to hit those angles, you have to do a lot of feet movement, and then you have to have a great arm as well. She has both of those. Boskovic goes sharp angle this time. First error for Tijana Boskovic. 2 good plays from the Netherlands after the timeout, and they're back to 1. We've seen Boskovic hit through the seam. She's just trying to overturn that one and misses the sideline. So that's Plak with the serve. Plak's played for Bergamo Novara, MVP of the Italian Cup in 2015, but after leaving Japan, she's back playing for Roma. Lozo really does a good job of hitting the cross-court angles. Big drawing serve from Boskovic. How many times have we seen her hit that one from the left side of court? But Netherlands still alive here. Van Arlen goes high to the wing. Dauderop hasn't really got an approach, so she doesn't try and hit angles. She tries and hits hard, high, but Serbia counter-attack quickly through the right-hand side of the court. Guidetti smiling. Serbia back up by 3. It's a shrewd swing, it really was, from Dauderop, looking for the hands. She didn't have any other option. But Serbia incredibly well organised. And it's the boss again. Service goes astray this time. 163 points for Boskovic coming in to this game. 215 points 2 years ago. Stevanovic. Brilliantly done. Again. Well, for Ivana Stevanovic. Best middle blocker in the Champions League in 2016. Best middle blocker in Serie A. VNL last year, CEV Cup. A world-class middle, but the service pressure, meaning that Serbia are on a charge here. 16-12 now. Racing just caught moving backwards, platform a little bit on the defensive as well. Needing a side out here. Plak through the pipe attack this time. Good swing from Celeste Plak. Dircher. Boskovic, was there a touch? Yes is the answer to that one. Boskovic has been unmanageable so far. We know she's certainly one of the best opposites in the world and ever, but coming through the pipe attack, through the 10 attack, serving well. Racing with a much better pass. She's been tested the last few balls, and Jasper goes off of Dircher's hands. Andy Bayern's just receiving some instructions before she goes back on. Jasper. Another big swing off Dirtje's hands as I think Dirtje thought that she was going to try and swing into the angle, because it was a one-on-one situation, but Netherlands one of the best blocking sides in this competition, 3 block points per set. Only France have blocked more balls. Beautiful shot, isn't it, of the Netherlands there. Production team doing a fine job. Jasper again, 2 from 2, goes off the hands. Now she snaps one back into the angle. They're holding on here. The Dutchies, lots of fans here in the crowd. Slightly out-voiced early on by the Serbians. Great chase, my word. Boskovic once more on the right side. Keeps a 4-point gap. Haven't seen her really access the line yet, Boskovic. Everything's been into the angles, but so far they have lots to smile about, the Serbian fans. The Netherlands have lost 4 of their 5 semi-finals in major competitions. They'd love to make that 2 from 6, but at the moment, service pressure from Serbia means so much to Guidetti. Felix Kozlowski, great to have an ear in the timeout when Serbia start to push. Let's push with them from the service line. Serbia have certainly gone up a gear. Boskovic being in the middle of that. 62% so far with 8 points. Plak with 3. Boskovic leading the charge. It's her world out there. We're all just living in it. And that's exactly what Kozlowski wanted, wasn't it? Just coming out, pushing, upping the level was what he asked for. He even said himself that not playing the best. And he seems to have got a reaction. Boskovic beaten. Big service now from Netherlands. This is better. And their tough serving has earned them a defense. Dauderop looking for the hands here. Kozlowski was celebrating. And we might see a challenge. We do see a challenge. The face of Dauderop suggests that there might not have been a touch, or says we may as well have a look. But since the timeout, the level certainly has risen. Good serving. Offensively strong from the Dutch. There's still no Mina Popovic, who's somebody who's played a fair amount in this competition. 9 points against Sweden, 12 against Belgium. Oh, it's very close. But not this time. Stevanovic coming back in. Lozo on the outside. 5-point game for Serbia here in the opening set of this EuroVolley semi-final. Width and speed, Dauderop. High over the top, Boskovic gets her setting hands out there, pretty good, but Busa through the middle, stopped by Dauderop. Had to continue playing. The set was quite tight there, so if Dauderop unleashed on it, there was a good chance it was going to come down by her own feet. Forced Boskovic into setting the ball. Smart play. Passes a little bit off the net. Fast speed. Out of bounds this time from Zara Lozo. And this is perfect timing for the Netherlands as they start to just push their way back. Kozlowski, the very good grip of the situation. His first Final Four as a coach at this level. A huge evening for him, but he's got so much experience through the years with Germany that he can lean on. Bit of a fumble, but it's Celeste Plack stopped. Absolutely outstanding dig from the libero, Pusic. Dauderop. Another one back for the Netherlands here. And they're starting to believe, and their fans are too. Dauderop's getting a lot of ball here, and rightfully so. First one into the angle, second one to the line, and now it's Giovanni Guidetti who's decided to take a timeout. Game on. That face from Boskovic tells us everything. Well, Lozo, 50% of the attacks. Celeste Plack, who played mostly as an outside in the World Championship run to the Final Four in Japan in 2018. Again under the Americans' guidance, Jamie Morrison, now coaching back in the NCAA. Serbia winning that competition. Italy coming second in a fantastic World Championships for European volleyball, that one. Dauderop. Van Arlen just fires it out to the stick. And it's off the hands. Boskovic looking slightly more quizzical than what we saw earlier on. High play. Oh, through the middle blocker from Lozo. He was also part of the World Championship team won by Daniele Santarelli in Serbia. I mean, that's also, we haven't spoken about the fact that Santarelli coached Serbia to their World Championship victory last year either. There's going to be so much in that game as the two head coaches swap positions at the start of the season. Netherlands making some substitutions now. I think Timmerman trying to come in, but we have a challenge first. Ball's out of bounds. Timmerman can come in. For Indy Bayerns. Huge moments here. Lane Timmerman in on the third set against the Swiss. Come off the bench for 6 points against Estonia as well. Sorry, started against Estonia for 6 points, Timmerman. Now they need to try and find some sort of ace or big service pressure. But no, Stevanovic on the slide finds the gap between the two blockers. Going after the front court receiver and Kabusha. Three set points, ace! Serbia take the opener here in Brussels. And where they lost the opening set against the Czech Republic 2 nights ago, they've come out firing here. An ace on the libero. Florian Reisink seals the deal for Guidetti and his team. He knows That's a big opening step towards the final. Well, there's the confirmation, 25-21. Still feel that the Netherlands have a little bit more gas in their tank here at Palais Douze. 3 blocks to do, 4 aces for Serbia, including 1 to seal the opening set. 7 errors from Serbia as well, which will be interesting, but Boskovic thought she had an outstanding opening set here. As we have a look at the setter contact point, pass is obviously so key, getting that ball into that green zone. 20% in the green for the Netherlands, which is a compliment to the service pressure of Serbia as well. And have a look at that, Serbia's passing, which has maybe been their one problem through the years, is at times their pass can certainly slip back a little bit, and then they lose Boskovic on the right side. They would lose the middles as well, but tonight it's certainly been there, and it means that Aleksic and Stevanovic have been instrumental so far as well. Well, the second set about to get underway here in Brussels. Serbia fans delighted with the opener. The 3-time European champions. They took a silver in 07 as well. It looks like the changes that have been made certainly have worked. Dercha has done a sound job in the setting department thus far. Boskovic certainly gets the nod as well. Stevanovic, Lozo, Busa, and also Aleksic as well. Dauderop, 5 points, 50%. Lozo's just been a little bit more effective out there on the wing. And the top scorers from the opening set, 9 for Boskovic, 5 for Dauderop. Great return for Boskovic, isn't it, early doors? 9 attacks from 16 for the boss. He's been at ex-Akabasi for some time now, Tijana Boskovic, since 2015. Kozlovski, well, they'll be wanting a little bit more, as he said in the timeout. He just felt like his Dutch side had another gear in them. Interesting to be, when they pushed, they had to push back, but to be fair, they certainly responded, and they did push back, and they pushed back again here through Celeste Plack. He's had to really bide her time to be a starting player in this team, but now a lot of the ball will go through her and Dowder up there. A very physical duo to have in the team on both flanks. Boskovic trying to turn one over the head, but just falling a little bit short. Impressive to see Boskovic here charge in on an angle and then just try and turn it right the way back over the right shoulder. You have to stay incredibly high and give the ball a little bit more power in those situations, but the Netherlands are off to the perfect start here. A 3-point lead. Sarah Van Aalen just brushes the hand back as she hits the ball, and it does a lot of damage. Or a Dijkma on the side, and Indy Bayens enjoying every second of that one. Pass from Pusic goes into a good spot, but Boskovic is stopped. Juliet Lohus, Celeste Plack team up on one of the very best players in the world. Hard to access the line for a left-hander on that left side, especially when the ball's dropping inside. My word. Two up in the block. They need a point here, Serbia. The confidence just rising inside the Dutch. Every single touch. Plack again. Another huge block. Chases on from Busha. Boskovic trying to stay high over the top. Van Arlen is there. Plack hitting through in transition again, but no. Biggest rally of the game, this one so far. Boskovic has the last laugh. What a rally. Absolutely outstanding work from both sides. Van Arlen taking out of the attack with that soft shot. A lot of the ball going Boskovic's way already. Bucha out the back this time. Guidetti not so pleased there. I think he would feel that they've just won a really big point, a big rally, 5-1 down, and then they take their foot off the gas with a service error. Lozo passes absolute money. Not easy that from Lozo. Stays into the floor, stays really solid. And then again, the work off the ball to get it back and hammer into the angle. Every time she's been asked that question, she's passed with a really good tempo to the setter, Lozo. It's given her time, but it's also opened the game up to get other hitters into the game. Looking to go high off the hands. And this is a very interesting performance from Serbia so far. Making too many errors. Spiking, serving. Lohus with the serve. Back towards Lozo. This time the pass is leaked to the right-hand side. It's another free ball to the centre. The Netherlands have upped their level here in set two, and now it's Serbia that have got to push their level to match the Dutch. Fantastic wider set, 3 meters or so to find that gap between the two blockers. Boskovic, a frustrated figure. Now it's Busa. You said if there's one thing that you can really push with Serbia, it's getting them out of system and pushing their passing. Guidetti is quite a silent figure on the side at the moment, which is unusual for him. But he knows if the pass isn't there, there's nothing you can really do. The pass has gone, and the Netherlands lead by 6. Well, Indy Bayerns, 5 points, 3 blocks. A force to be reckoned with in the middle. But it's a serving from the Dutch at the moment. They keep the pressure on here. It's another overpass. And right on cue, Indy Bayerns. Serbia's passing, free falling at the moment. And there's no intervention. The Dutch will just keep drilling away. Service. Again from Lohus on the front court receiver, Lozo. Doesn't matter who they go after at the moment, they're getting success. this for an 8-point lead. Lozo from the inside. Lohus with the touch. Boskovic stopped. Indy Bayerns is everywhere at the moment. This is so good from the Netherlands. Covering, making good decisions. Celeste Black high, off the middle, Stevanovic. There's another huge rally. Full stretch pancake from Dutch. But at the same time, Dutch is so organised in the way that they're operating defensively at the moment. Can you believe it's an 8-point game? Pass now is off the net, and it's Serbia that they're going to have to recover. Great swing from Boskovic. Those are the more difficult balls for Boskovic. When the ball's off the net, she has to find the ball. There's a high or a higher risk of that ball not being in the right spot, so to hit that back line is a sensational effort from there. And if there's somebody who can serve Serbia back into this one, it is Tijana Boskovic, but not this time. We've seen it so many times through the years. EuroVolley, VNL, Olympic Games, she's always been there. Celeste Plack. Lozo stays aggressive. Now they're starting to try and feed some energy into this performance. It's going to be a long, long way back, but they're certainly capable. Their high level is high enough to start bringing this back if the Netherlands take their foot off the accelerator. Serve on the front court receiver. Again, fantastic setting. Sarah Van Allen is all over everything, isn't it? You can see why Guiletti's gone and got her from Potsdam in Germany to play for Vergiftbank next year. Well, she's the MVP of the German Super Cup, the setter. Indecision is a sign of pressure. Serve is back into a great zone, wide set. Durcha with a magnificent set from 3.5 to try and get that ball to Stevanovic. Just setting 7 or 8 meters, and it's right on the money. Wide again, Busia this time finds the line. That's an audacious swing from Bianca Busia here. Ball's coming from right behind her. The block's in a good position. There's only the slither of line. Busia finds it. Absolutely superb from the outside. 7 points against Sweden as Stevanovic. Back in 10 serves against the Ukraine earlier on in the competition. Shows that she can really contribute from the baseline for this team. Now then goes to Dowderop, the tip, not ready for that one, Busa. Boskovic, Busa end up just looking at each other. And if you're the Netherlands here, you are really sensing an opportunity. The question is, can they keep pushing the whole way through this set? And can they keep up this aggressive intent from the service line? You can see that Serbia, although they've won the opening set, are starting to get frustrated. Pass from Lozo off the net this time, so there is no middle attack. Busa flies through the wing, but the cover exemplary again. Black has been on fire in this second set. Impressive work. At 15-6, timeout Guidetti. Their second timeout of this second set. Smiling faces. Indy Bynes has been on point, but we're going to have a look at Julius Lohus and Jovanis Stevanovic. 3 points for the Dutchie, 4 for the Serbian. 2 blocks though for Lohus. Interested to see how she fares in it. Castelmaggiori's team at next year, first year in Italy, but miss serve will be the end of Indy Bynes for the time being. Been very impressive so far. 193 blocker. Played in Poland with Szemik Police, a former team of Ferhat Akbas, the head coach of Ekshakabasi. Chasing. The side out, though, is too strong at the moment. Jasper, so consistent throughout. They can give her the ball. She's not going to make mistakes. She's going to look for the hand. She's going to take the cross-court swing on when she can. But she's not going to make many mistakes, and she's going to pass absolute nails. Pisic puts it into a good spot. Middle is in the game now. Serbia, once they find the pass with the offensive weapons that they have, going to be incredibly difficult to stop. Alexic just stays high and rips through the hands. Weren't so many angles available there, but maybe that was because the ball's a little bit off the net. Pass is money again from the Netherlands. Off the hands from, yes, but there's no outside. Lozo recovering the ball. Boskovic, doesn't matter if everyone knows where it's going when Boskovic is cooking. You can feel that Serbia are starting to up their level again here after just falling asleep for a few moments and letting the Netherlands really push and get in front. Boskovic gets a lot of the ball. Boskovic. You just run out of words for Tijana Boskovic when she's playing like this. Stevanovic and Popovic, sorry, who have played together for such a long time. 29 years old, Popovic. Stevanovic just 2 years older at 31. We're talking tactics, keeping the middle on a wider set. And if you do that, it obviously makes it tougher for the middle blocker to get across to the opposite position. Maybe he's trying to release Celeste Plack a little bit more. Quick balls. Maybe if they want to run the ball to the outside, hold the middle to the right of the court, run the pipe from there. Let's have a look. You've got Celeste Plack absolutely charging on the left of your screen, trying to get onto the 10 attack there, which shows you that they were trying to maybe get her into the game with running that wider set into the middle to open up some space. In comes Lazovic. Katarina Lazovic was on the European Volleyball show yesterday. You can certainly find that online. Now coming in to try and just weather the storm here. Boskovic off the block again. And as a middle blocker, you've got to be so quick to get out. at this level of volleyball, but at the same time, that pass was quite far off the net, so could be the one that those could have gambled on. Plack, there's the play that we were hearing about. The middle on a wider set, Plack on the right side. And you can just see that Stevanovic is always chasing to get out there. It's exactly as Kozlovsky spoke about in the timeout. And then they've got a big deep serve. Great serve against Lazovic. And it doesn't matter who's in the passing unit, they're all struggling. And it's Lohus again who served superbly earlier on in the set. She's doing it again here. Lozo, bit of DIY once more, snaps it back into the angle. It's Lohus on the floor playing defense now. Is there a touch? Not this time. Dowderop tries to kick out off the ball and then drive in. Hip still facing quite straight, so it makes it very difficult from that position to hit the sharp angles back into the cross court. Challenge in progress. They have questioned the decision of the referee for the block touch. Oh, I don't think there was. Great decision from the referee. Back to 7 then for Serbia. Boskovic. Perfect passing. Van Aalen just drops that ball low and inside, so it's a tip from Plack. She wants it right now, she said. Let's bring it right now. You can hear her from the sideline. Even when the ball's in court, she's talking. She's trying to fire up her teammate, Celeste Plack. And they're responding. You can see her off the ball. And the more that she's starting to talk, the more it might just get the attention of the middle blocker and the blockers as well to pay attention to her. And then Van Aalen goes the other way. Smart. Very, very smart. Ace from Plack this time. It's a darter, it's a mover, it's a dropper. What a sensational performance here in set 2 from the Netherlands. Out goes Boskovic, in comes Maja Ognjenovic. With Anna Bielica coming in. Now playing in wads. Opposites played everywhere, really, from Brazil, Switzerland, Romania. Now she's in to try and make a difference for Boskovic, as I think that's... sorry, that's my mistake. There is no Maja Ognjenovic. It's still Dircher in here, so he's just brought off Boskovic for a rest, I think, before the next set. Another challenge. It's countdown. For those who know countdown, famous quiz show as the ball's out the back, unsuccessful challenge. 10 points the difference. Lazovic. Well, there's quite a lot of the bench on now from Serbia. Celeste Plack really leading here. fast serve. Lozo off the net again. Tight setting, 3 up in the block is going to be difficult. She goes over the top. In turn, fast on the slide. Bayans just tries to unleash on one, but that one's the wrong side of the sideline. Is there a way back here? You wouldn't think so. Lazovic on the front court. Dercher as well. Bielidze on the backcourt at the moment, having just come on for Boskovic. Stevanovic with the free ball. Lazovic to the outside. This is brilliant from the Netherlands. They're so well organised defensively. They're making a lot of stops. And you could see exactly what Kozlowski was saying in the first set when he was saying he didn't think his team had quite found his level. They've certainly found their level now. Dercher looking for that pipe attack with Lozo. Foot fault over the 3-meter line though. 2 for the Netherlands. Another flat float serve. Pusic does a good job of just getting her arms on that one. Lazovic off the hands again. The blockers are doing a phenomenal job here from the Netherlands through the pipe. Pusic is there again. Slowed down from Stevanovic through the centre. And this time from the pipe. That's a ridiculous play on the tip to the sideline. The Boskovic flags are waving. The Serbian fans are slightly happier, one would say, after a torrid start here in set 2. They're grinding away, and at least they might find find their level again for set 3. Stevanovic into the net this time. The Dutch fans are delighted. Elaine Timmerman comes back in. Service substitution just to try and knock this set on the head. The Netherlands, 10 set points. Guidetti deep in thought. Second set point. Good serve from Serbia, but Van Aalen puts it on absolute plate, but they're fighting away. You can't question Serbia's fighting spirit at the moment. Van Aalen tries to go on 2, but equal to everything. Boucher straight down from the Netherlands. Their block has been dangerous the whole way through this second set. My oh my, have they performed, and they've brought this semi-final back to 1 set all. Fast out of the blocks with their serving. They then kept Serbia under pressure throughout the whole set. Felix Kozlowski leading his team incredibly well after the first set defeat. Said he knew that they could get another level or 2, and they've certainly done that and more. (25-21), 25-15. Netherlands bring it back to 1-1 in emphatic fashion. 10 winners each, 3 blocks for the Netherlands, 3 aces as well. Look at the error count from Serbia, too high. lot of attack placements down the line. Difficult to narrate this one just due to the fact that there's so many different ways to score. Is there a gap between the block? Is there 2 blockers up, 3 blockers up? How does that decision sort of link with the set and everything that's happened before that? But a bit more varied is what we're seeing from Serbia. But the big news here is that the underdogs, the Netherlands, as we heard from Felix Kozlowski, up their serve and their block defense. And because of that, they've taken the second set against the world champions. Well, the Netherlands have shown us a high level of performance for set 2, but can they keep that high level now towards the end? Not the best record in semi-finals, the Netherlands, but they can always improve that with a victory here. They've only won 4 out of 10 matches against Serbia at the European Championships. And the only time that they've met in a major competition in semi-final was that 2018 World Championships in Yokohama. Serbia winning that day 3-1 and then went on to beat Italy in the final. Italy beating China, as we hear from Guidetti. Oh, there you go. Straight to the point from Giovanni Guidetti. I expect nothing else. Well, we've already witnessed one absolutely classic EuroVolley semi-final. Are we about to witness another? Serbia took control in set number 1, but it was all about the Netherlands lifting their level. Set 2, they were superb. Lohus in the middle, but Van Aalen is looking like the real deal in the setting position. Plak leading the team through the right side. They're dangerous, the Netherlands, and now they have confidence. Dutcher, Van Aalen. Well, setters not really judged on their reception or their point scoring, but Van Aalen certainly has impressed a few already as we get underway in set number 3 of this EuroVolley semi-final. Boskovic, nobody knows where that one's going, in or out. Out from Lohus. Boskovic gets the first point on the board for Serbia. Be interesting to see Vikif Bank next year. Karatasu coming into that opposite position left by Agonu. Great speed and width, but getting across quickly. Well, there's a couple of changes, I think, with Popovic coming in to the middle. Mina Popovic and making her first block. Have a look at the speed. Just gets her hands over. Teams up with Boskovic. 9 points against Sweden for Popovic as chases on, but to no avail. Interesting to see if there's any other changes. Looks exactly the same. Dowder up low, who's Plak. Reisink, the libero. Van Alan is in. Jesper as well for Serbia. Well, Popovic, we know that she's placement here. Dutcher is staying in that setting position. Low and inside for Boskovic. So she goes with the tip. It's interesting, we've witnessed Boskovic playing alongside Maja Ognjenovic at club level, but international level for a long, long time. Just seeing how that new partnership develops here with Dutcher. This time back is higher, but the block is across low. Who's is there? And Dowderop is there as well. And the Netherlands are really pushing hard here. Low, who gets across. Phenomenal middle blocking to seal the block. 3 up this time. Another block for the Netherlands. Boskovic has been shut down 2 times in a row. It's not panic stations yet for Serbia, but this is less than ideal. Van Aalen again, so calm defensively. Relaxed shoulders. That ball's coming at some heat as well. Now she gets a chance to set Dowder up. But Popovic is in and she's giving energy to the cause. Boskovic is rising up once more. This time in the blocking sense. Van Aalen finds Dowder up, but again, Dowder up just seems to be a little bit out of time. Great shots again. High quality work from the production team. Dowder up, stays high, didn't have many other options, so just tries to uncork. Again, Dowder up is there, good hands in the block. Boskovic, how many balls is Boskovic going to get tonight? Absolutely sensational that she's just hit another 2 or 3 in a row. She misses the sideline, and it feels like when things are not quite working for Serbia, they just try and feed Boskovic. But we've seen that time and time again. Have great middle players. They're strong on the wing as well. To the centre. Boskovic. Being plucked by Marit Jesper on the backcourt. Chance to recycle again. Of course it goes to Boskovic. Stays high and out the back once more. It's another error from Boskovic. The Netherlands have started as they left off in set 2. They lead by 3. We're going for a challenge though. Probably more questions than answers as it stands for Guidetti. Guidetti choosing to speak to Boskovic. Chance to add some information, some tactical stuff maybe. Maybe it's technical, a couple of errors in a row spiking-wise. There's some smiles on the faces for a team who have got nothing to lose here. Well, well, well. We all know that if we're waiting this long for a challenge, it's not going to be clear-cut, obvious. Dutch fans trying to outshout the Serbians and vice versa. It's a great atmosphere. If you think, oh, it is close. Bayerns, was there a touch? No, block touch, unsuccessful. It's another dent in the performance of Serbia as Maja Ognjenović is coming in, absolute legend. Dercha takes a rest, and potentially it's just, again, the experience of Maja in these situations. And she's just come on in, set butter first ball. It's not easy as a setter, coming off the bench and having to deliver the goods. But that's perfect from Maja Ognjenović. Just middle commits with the good pass, one-on-one on the outside, Plack's beaten. Ognjenović, 49 club medals, 19 international. He's joining a very good Skandici team this year, Maja Ognjenović. I mean, Plack goes off the hands this time, but Skandici, Zhuting, Antropova, Britt Herberts. It's going to be strong. Pass. Ognjenović now goes to the middle, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. As we've seen her come in, she's left Boskovic alone. She's setting everybody else but Boskovic, and it should free Boskovic up if Ognjenović wants to use her. She goes through the third time, does free Boskovic up a little bit, had a little bit of a gap to hit through, but no one can really convert. Some rally this one. This is a huge chance for the Dutch, looking for the hands. It's gone against them here. Dauderop is unsure. Boskovic was certainly reaching into Dutch airspace here. If there was a touch or not, who knows? It was an unbelievable angle if it wasn't a touch. I mean, that's a disgusting angle. And that might even be in, you know. Well. Maybe it's one of life's mysteries. Good speed. Trying to run that ball, Van Aalen, across the face of the net. Off the block and out of bounds. Serbia growing into this game, and I feel that Ognjenović is just going to bring that calmness that they need at the moment. And the fact that she's still going to run a different game than Dercha. She's only set Boskovic once, but yet the whole game started to turn back in favour of Serbia. Oh, there's no question about that one from Dauderop. An incredible player, Nika Dauderop. The Dutch have a phenomenal way of developing athletes. Also is very good at beach volleyball as well, Dauderop. Beaten at 6 this time. Stevanovic. Off the left foot. Again, great setting from Maja Ognjenović. Just splits the court. Slide attack. Tries to play the ball one way, outside on the other. Then you have Boskovic on the pipe just to try and hold the middle blocker. Boskovic staying out on the 10 attack now, has to chase this one down. Does chase this one down. Celeste Plack, what a dig. Over on 2. Zara Van Aalen. Keeps both hands high as the secret can disguise the set and play on 2. Kozlowski loves it. His first Final Four. And he's doing an impeccable job out there against his former head coach when he was the assistant with Germany. Bynes tries to keep a fast arm and get after the line, but just misses out. Coach on the sides telling her to keep her arm higher. Smanovic leaves us for the time being. It was interesting just observing Indy Bynes receiving some feedback from the coach about the blocking and her arm position when she's spiking. Great setting. I mean, it sounds slightly biased at the moment, doesn't it, towards Maja Ognjenovic, but she's made such a difference since coming on. Yes, the pass could have been a little bit better, but she can just have the confidence to just flip it to the middle when she's not at full height. She's a little bit off the net, and look at it, it's in the perfect spot for Popovic. Smuggle through. Jesper this time. This is going to be a very different second half of the third set, considering what we saw last time out. You feel that Serbia are getting stronger. As Kozlowski said earlier on, when they push, the Dutch have to push back. Jesper again. Passes off this time for Ognjenovic. Has to go to the outside. Middle blockers are aware of that, but Dauderop just sat off the block into the angle, was beaten. Deflection off the middle on the way through. Again, Ognjenovic making a big difference at the moment for me. Van Arlen. Heavy swing from Celeste Black. Almost a free ball, down ball, but that's not quite taken care of here. It really wasn't taken care of, that free ball, but they're going to win the rally anyway. The Netherlands are being incredibly aggressive here on the net. And it's paying off for them. 12-10, 2-point game. Better passing from Serbia. They look unstoppable from there, but even there, the defense of the Dutch, they know which angles Boskovic loves to swing on. They've got everything covered at the moment, but then the speed of the game from Ognjenovic again. Whips that ball to the outside with speed, outruns the middle blocker. It comes from left to right, goes back, so the middle has to take a step to the left side, then move all the way back to the right again. Shifting the play. Ognjenovic fully aware of how she's going to get her one-on-ones every time. Laura Dijkma enjoying every moment. Ognjenovic again starts to feed the middle, and just feel that since she's come on, she's given Boskovic less of the ball. Serbia have been a lot better for it. All the other players are finding rhythm, using the middle, taking their attention away from Boskovic, and then when they do use Boskovic, the chances of her scoring are much higher. To the wing this time, Dauderop. Fascinating match, this. Who knows which way this is going to go. Ognjenovic has seen everything in this sport. She really has. But it's another break point for the Netherlands. The service pressure's high. Timeout, Guidetti in Serbia. Fast floater again, Busa just struggling with that first touch. It's the Achilles heel for Serbia as it stands. Well, animated Guidetti in there, 31% of the attacks. Dauderop is having a fine game out there. Can the Netherlands keep up this pressure? Organised perfectly defensively, 3 up, and the errors keep coming. Guidetti, I don't know if you can see Guidetti. He's fuming. Court side. It's another error from Serbia. The pass is way off the net. Ognjenovic just tries to put the ball up on the plate. 3 blockers. As soon as that ball's off the net, there's nowhere else the setter can go but to the outside, and that is almost the trigger for all 3 blockers to get in position and take their angles. Serbia have got a real job on their hands here. Just when you feel that they're building back into the game, they start to make errors again. Service to Dauderop at 1. This time the Netherlands are a little bit off the net. Asking for a higher set there in Bayerns, I think. Zara Van Arlen just getting some information. It's a tough rotation, this one. Plack on the backcourt as well. I think she's going to be looking for the backcourt attack through the 10. Dauderop the target. There's a much better pass this time. She's on the backcourt. That's a very good side out from Jesper this time. It means that they're off of this rotation. Lohus is back on. I think at business time it means that Dauderop and Plack will both be on the front court together. Zmanovic on the front. Boskovic at position 6 at the moment. She's going to be hitting around on the 10 attack as well. No, she stays in the middle. Is she going to get the pipe attack? Yes, she is. Lohus knows it's coming though, commits. And they look for her again, Boskovic, but it's a little bit out of rhythm. Chance to counter. Fantastic dig from Lozo. Brilliant dig from Lozo. It's outstanding work all round. Serbia from somewhere are finding points, even when it's not perfect. Plack chasing hard. The effort is always there from the Netherlands, that's for sure. Kozlowski fuming because he knows it's a game of inches and he's just given the odd inch to Serbia. Jesper goes high, tries to go after Boskovic. It's hard to get her back in the game, but Ognjenovic. For Ognjenovic here to find Boskovic, the ball's off the net, it's travelling away from her. She has to chase it, and just here, she has to put the brakes on, get the hips underneath the ball, find her again. It's great setting, and Boskovic will do the rest. As soon as the middle blocker isn't in a stable position in the air, she just has to stay high. Well, Kozlowski just saying a lot of the time the middle's late. It's giving them confidence in the way that he's communicating with them, pushing them all the time. Racing. Well, they've all had an outstanding game, haven't they? Such is off at the moment, Popovic. Well, let's compare the liberos. Teodora Pusic, Lauren Racing. 56% positive receptions, 91 for Pusic at the moment. They've not gone anywhere near it, really, have they? Popovic, the former libero, also very handy for Serbia. Speed and width, touch on the way through. Yes, there was a touch. Dauderop sets up the pass. Serbia have worked incredibly hard here to get back level pecking. And it's all changed since Ognjenovic has come into the fray. Great pass from Racing, perfect pass. Lohus is there again, but the dig defensively. Serbia are finding it again, chases on, and it's unfortunate 10 out of 10 for the effort of Marit Jesper, but not this time. Boskovic is heating up. Serbia are really pushing here. They found this world-class level that we are accustomed to. We're being treated again. Laura Dijkma comes in for Celeste Plak. As Dan Brink comes in for Sarah Van Allen. Just meaning that they keep 3 front row attackers and blockers on. Dijkma's so experienced, she's played all over the world. But she can't make that one, the pass has just gone astray. Pressure's so funny, isn't it? It's now just had a big shift. And now a timeout taken from Felix Kozlowski because he knows that his team are feeling the pressure. Their best level is certainly where it needs to be to upset Serbia this evening. The issue is, can they maintain it and handle the pressure that comes with it? Guidetti happy again. Well, Serbia struggled with their first pass. In set 2. It's improving all the time here in set 3, but now it's the Netherlands who need to work on getting that first contact into a good spot for Laura Dijkma. It's not in a great spot for Dijkma, she just has to try and palm it. It's a fantastic set from Dijkma. It really is. From position 1 to just guide the ball out with the high bump set. I think everybody thought it was going to position 2, but she got it to the wing. Serve to the line, trying to force that ball to 4. It's an outrageously good set from the experienced captain. She's just been removed for Sarah Van Allen straight away again. So she's come in, made a great play like that, and then been brought off for Van Allen. And now it's a new Verkifbank setter who's set a little bit tight to Plak, who keeps the ball alive. Nothing's been given. Play still goes. Players just not quite taking responsibility through that stage from Serbia, but in the block they do. In the block they certainly do. Popovic has made a big difference coming in off the bench. Jasper loves working with the hands, whether it's fastening up off the middle or going off the outside. But that's Maja Ognjenovic who makes the block. Absolute game changer. More blocking. The service and blocking from Serbia puts them back in control. Popovic once more. And Van Allen set low and tight, set to Celeste Plak previously. This time it's just got a little bit tentative towards the middle. Difficult moments now for the Netherlands. Great set to position 4, on the money this time. Jasper has a one-on-one due to the fact that Van Allen is going everywhere else. Popovic has certainly made a difference in the middle now at Kaliningrad, but 3 up, what a touch. It's just pinging around everywhere defensively. This is a big moment for Celeste Plak, and that one, well, they think there's a touch, the Netherlands. They're going to challenge it straight away. No touch for me. And that pretty much seals this third set. 2-point lead moments ago for the Netherlands, but Serbia have kept pushing. Ognjenovic. Oh, that's a much better view of it, isn't it? It's not missed by much. Popovic has got across and not touched it. And, well, Popovic... big part of the team who won the European champs in 2019, the likes of Stefana Velkovic and Mario Aleksic, who's playing tonight, Teodora Pusic, but she was also not in the team because Silvia Popovic was the libero throughout that run. Ognjenovic is in here now, pulling the strings again. 2 points will do it for Serbia. They've had to save their best till the last moments of this third set, but my oh my, their best is certainly phenomenal level, but the Netherlands know how to fight and scrap and give themselves a chance. It's a great chase from Lozo, but to no avail. Still feel like they're really chasing that outside weapon that Branica Mihailovic left. She's had such a great career with Serbia, but Lozo, Busa, and now Katarina Lazovic is in to play on that outside position. When you think about Serbian team with Branica Mihailovic playing on the outside, just gave that double threat of Boskovic on one wing, Mihailovic on the other. And it looks like Ognjenovic is trusting the outsides throughout this latter stage. She's just come in and fed the ball everywhere, isn't she? Really balanced out the play. And Boskovic now stays high, stays confident. 4 set points for Serbia. Passes off. Plak from the right. Gets one back. Great height for the opposite, Celeste Plak. Serbia, 3 set points. Boskovic in to set 3 up in the block. Oh, that one's still traveling. Also tries to go high hands. To no avail. There's one saved. Guidetti gets Serbia in very quickly. There's 2 times to take a timeout. One is because you want the opposition to sit down. The other one is because you need to sit down. Feel like this is Giovanni Guidetti telling the Netherlands to sit down before they get too confident. One saved. The Dutch fans desperate for another 2 here. Celeste Plak with all that experience. EuroVolley's World Championships behind her to serve. It's a good serve as well. Slightly off the net. Blockers need to come into the game on Boskovic, but Boskovic delivers. Serbia go 2-1 up here against the Netherlands. It wasn't perfect in the early stages, but they played some of their best volleyball in the second half of the second set. Ognjenovic has come in and provided the stability and the know-how to get across the line for Serbia. And Boskovic has been colossal again in set 3. She's just hammered the line. The line blocks up against her. She comes into the angle. Serbian fans delighted with themselves. Set 3, 25-22 to Serbia. Can they hold on in set 4 and book their place in the final against Turkey? 14 attacks to 12. The opponent errors flip there in set 4. Netherlands making more errors than Serbia. The in-venue team doing a superb job. Let's have a look at the attack zones. Where's the distribution been here? Set 3. Yeah, a bit more balanced there from Maja Ognjenovic. A little bit more to the left side. Still relying heavily on Boskovic on that right side through set 3, but you feel like that was at the beginning of the set as well. As the game went on, certainly felt like she spread the offense slightly more. As the Netherlands pushing the ball out to the left side a lot. That can be for a lot of reasons, but mostly it's because the pass isn't there. And the setters get forced to play to the left-hand side. Some highlights of quite the matchup here. It's been some day in Brussels. Will it be Serbia or the Netherlands that go through to meet Turkey in the final on Sunday? Daniele Santarelli and his team have done their job. An unbelievable comeback against the reigning champions Italy earlier on today. Disappointment for Davide Mazzanti and his team. Will there be another comeback? This time for the Netherlands. Ognjenovic certainly made a difference. She gets the nod. Boskovic so far 19 points. 38% of the attacks, but she's getting a lot of the ball. In the previous set, Boskovic comes in with 5 attacks from 19. 6 points overall in set 3, where yeah, the efficiency not overly high from either side. Stevanovic scoring 67% of her swings. Set 4 underway then here at women's EuroVolley. It's a set that has to go the way of the Netherlands. And it's a perfect start. Could definitely hear a touch here, court side from Dowlerop. You think about this Dutch team, some of their best years are certainly in front of them. Lowe, who's still just 26, Sarah Van Allen 23. Another set that we haven't seen yet. But, well, we saw Laura Dijkman, didn't we, earlier on come off the bench, but also Britt Bongaerts. Monster block for the Netherlands. We've seen this before in that second set when Dutchies took an 8-point lead. Could happen again. Indy Bynes is still 22, carrying on with the age of the youngsters. Timmerman 24. So they certainly have another few laps of EuroVolley World Championships and Olympic Games. Boskovic is flourishing once more. It's going to be interesting to see Maja Ognjenovic and how she... Well, she serves a perfect serve into a short area to try and force the ball through position 4. Coaching staff not so happy about that one, but just to see how Ognjenovic just keeps running her offense here. passes in a pretty good zone. Busa gets the ball back and stays high. It's not perfect, that, from Busa in the pass, but it is good enough for Marganinovic to force the middle if she wants to, go back to the outside. I'm sure she'd like the ball just that little bit more onto the net to just run a little bit more speed, but Serbia, not always about the speed with the physicality that they have on the wings. Blocking from Serbia this time. More speed from the Netherlands, but it's right into the block of Tijana Boskovic. Once again, it's that shifting play, pass from the left, blockers move to the right, and then it's shift back out to the outside, but Boskovic is just starting inside, giving away a little bit of the line that time. And then Boskovic rips angle, but to no avail. Fascinating. We have a real tussle on our hands, don't we? And Serbia know that they have to push their level right to the max to get through this. Otherwise, they open the door. And the Netherlands are just going to storm on through. Popovic serves into the net, and this is a bit of a funky start from Popovic. Is absolutely fuming. With herself, of course. At 2-1 up. To try and keep the pressure on the opposition, but you also know that in this fourth set, Netherlands have nothing to lose and they're going to come out firing, and that's exactly what we're seeing, but that's tight. Dalot does a good job of just getting her hands on that. Oh my word! One of the biggest of the evening so far from Nika Dalderop. So one-on-one on Boskovic. Just drops the right hand into the angle. The Dutch border only 30 minutes away by car. It's pretty much a home game for the Dutchies here, but the Serbians also very well supported. Plak this time off the hands. Here we go. Here we go. Plak is now firing up. Plays defensive position 2. Shifts the position through position 6. Takes the blocker with Alonso and then snaps it back to 5 again. Shifting the blockers one way. Going back that way and going off the hands is smart. And all of a sudden the errors start to come in from Serbia. Have we got deja vu from set number 2 creeping in here in Brussels? Because the service pressure goes up, Serbia get under pressure. Guidetti always animated, always great value. Speaking to him yesterday, spoke about winning the competition, and he was only focused on the Netherlands and winning this very game here. He knew this was going to be a tussle, and it really is a tussle. Former coach of Germany, former coach of the Netherlands. Service, a little bit of heat off of that one as Lazo. Another block from the Dutch. Remember, the top blocking team in this competition, apart from France, and you can see why, the height that they have. It's a good timeout from Guidetti. Game of small margins, etc., but Plak just taking a little bit of heat off the serve because it was post-timeout. Eventually led to Serbia winning the point. And now you see the service disrupting the rhythm of the Netherlands. It's Tijana Boskovic going with the float serve. We've seen the spin serve. How effective she is with that float serve as well. It's another one that's just causing mayhem. Back to 2, Serbia. They're going to feel very happy in that timeout. Guidetti was saying we have to get the ball to Maya. We have to get the ball to the setter. If we can't do that, we can't play volleyball. At least Maya has a chance to orchestrate some stuff here. Risink wasn't ready for that one. Ognjenovic has the bit between their teeth here, goes with the back set, tries to slap one home. Stevanovic, and second time of asking. Middle was pinched quite far across Bayern's. Risink was on the line worrying about Boskovic, which is fair enough. I would worry about Boskovic. Doesn't see the second ball attack coming. Lozo out the back. It's interesting, isn't it? The ball's not quite in the right spot, and trying to hit back cross-court sharp, the ball has to be in such a good position from the set. Has to be high enough as well. Just seemed a little bit rushed to access those sharp angles. Cover. Risink is there. Again, ball goes right. Left to right, back to left. With speed this time, and that's fine if you, Jesper, because she's slightly smaller, she won't want the same ball. If it's fast, even if it's tight, she'll find a way off the hands, change direction, change the speed of her arm. Not a happy bunny. Brilliant retrieval from Lazovic. Chase is on. Can you? Risink is there. Yes. Plak is over with the free ball. Now they have to hustle up. But Boskovic finds a way through. 2-point game. It's the small things, isn't it? Plak's serve off the top of the net band was just about past. But the important thing is the ball stayed up. And Serbia build through the rally to take the point. Yes, it's to keep their own side out, but on another day that ball would hit the net band and hit the floor. Katarina Lazovic. Lazovic with a great serve. A little bit all at sea here, the Netherlands. Is that a hitting error? They can't afford too many more here, Serbia. Interesting phase of the game because both teams are making some uncharacteristic errors as they fight to see who's going to maybe pull away. But Stevanovic back behind the service line. Risink, perfect passing from the libero. Boskovic is everywhere, reading the game on the backcourt now. 2 up in the block. Fast play over again. Ognjenovic is just changing the picture a little bit. And it's enough to cause some crazy scenes in the defense that's been so structured from the Netherlands. I just don't think they're expecting this from Maya. And it's a smart way to keep them guessing. 2 from 2, Ognjenovic with the second ball attack. Now they're starting to make defensive boosts. Finds a way through the Dutch wall. And already they're starting to make a run here, Serbia. After an incredibly slow start, Giovanni Guidetti's got them going. making defensive plays in abundance. Serbian fans cheering once more as Leasing again, another good pass, position one, putting the setter under pressure. Zara Van Aalen straight through the pipe this time. Lazovic, great passing, but in this situation becomes difficult even for the higher spikers to hit off the body. Ball's a little bit quick. She's quite straight on there, Boskovic. Netherlands have got their 2-point lead back. Zara Van Aalen. Pad over the top. And this is Guidetti. You can see him right side of your screen. He's just rocking his head. Frustration oozing out of him as the error count ticks over once more. Good service from Van Aalen again. The float serve passing from Serbia. Not good enough here, and we've seen it before. It's a block from Busa that saves Serbia's skin. Busa strong with the outside hand, wrist right the way over the ball. Van Aalen, good width, good speed, cover is there. High and wide for Plak, and that's just brush, but Boskovic does a good job of getting out from the block into the cover. But because she played the first ball, she's slightly out of rhythm with the third touch attack. And in turn, it's another error for Serbia. Netherlands by 3. And you just can't quite believe what you're watching here. Block touch challenge coming here from Serbia. Well, the ball close, but no touch. Boskovic, well, she looks absolutely livid with that. She was sure that there was a touch off the block. 3 points now, Holland. Edge of your seat stuff. Marit Jesper. Again, there's passing issues. This time the Netherlands can't put the ball away. They might. Second time of asking. If not, they're going to be kicking themselves because they have their chances. My word, are we going to our second 5-setter of the day here? This is a wild ride. This time the ball's in the perfect spot. And look what happens when Serbia can pass, then everything is a lot easier for them, but throughout the years it's always been, like so many volleyball teams, but their Achilles heels, or heel in big games, comes from the pass, and then they struggle to find the options that they want to, but the serve is now tough. Two after it. Oh, incredibly frustrating for the Netherlands. Dalderop's first pass goes astray, but then Jasper and Plak both going for it, which is what you want to see as a coach, but somebody has to get the ball. Oh, and now Van Arlen's connection with Lohuus in the middle isn't on time, and Holland have opened the door once again. It's been one of those games as Bongaerts comes in for Van Arlen. Very, very good second setter to have in your armoury if you're the Netherlands. Bongaerts tries to find Plak this time. Sets just a little bit low and inside. Bongaerts' second year at Stuttgart from Perugia. And the only good news here for Guidetti in Serbia is that a lot of the points for the Netherlands coming off of the errors of Serbia, so they just tighten up their game a little bit towards the end. I feel like it should be okay. It's certainly not plain sailing here for the Netherlands either. Not quite perfect for them, but need to keep working hard. And that's exactly what they do. They earn themselves a chance here, and they take their chance to get the 2-point lead back that they need. Dalderop back on fire. Nika Dalderop is and will be a huge, huge player throughout the years for the Dutch. There's Kirsten Knip on the side, who's, well, was the libero in 2017 and also 2018 through the middle. Popovic back in the game. This time Dalderop, who's played underneath Guidetti, obviously, but also the Czech coach, Giannis Athansopoulos. Big point for Serbia, back all square. Popovic back in the thick of it. But it's Boskovic with the block. Ognjenovic and Popovic made such a difference off the side. Popovic with the serve, trying to put Dalderop under pressure, as Serbia have done for a while. So there's Plak, makes a big point. The question is, in the big moments, are these players going to have what it takes from both sides to get over the line? Netherlands entered this one with not a lot to lose. But it's funny, once you start to see the finish line, it does get tougher to cross it. Plak again. Good speed on that serve. Boskovic given the ball. Maja Ognjenovic will just keep giving that ball back to Tijana Boskovic. Speed. Fantastic dig. Boucher on the backcourt. That was a stinger. Free ball for the Netherlands. Massive point in the context of this one. And Bayerns goes past the sideline. Bianca Boucher's just made an outrageous dig. Giovanni Guidetti knows that the tide's just turned. Well, interesting to hear the thoughts of Kozlowski. Ball by ball, being focused in the moment, making sure the free balls are perfect. Bianca Bucha just made an outrageous dig, didn't she? 6 points this evening. Certainly contributed throughout this game. Boskovic serves straight down the line. Dowder up again, getting a lot of the pressure in these moments. And it's so interesting that somebody Guidetti knows so well is the target in these moments at the moment. It's Guidetti and Serbia that have the advantage. There's a future setter of the Gift Bank trying to team up with the former outside player. Tips coming. Bisic is there. Boskovic is out the back, I think. It is out the back. Holland stay alive. Another Serbian error. There's been too many of those in this set, whether they win or lose. But the Dutch are very much in the game here. Big serving. Ognjenovic to Boskovic. Stays high off of Bayerns' hands. And that's what Boskovic can do. Even somebody like Indy Bayerns, who's so high. Boskovic can go higher. Through the pipe for Plak this time. Down ball, but that's not quite been taken care of. That's what Kozlowski was talking about in the timeout, trying to control those balls that come over softer. But Serbia, chance to go 3 in front now. No. Mina Popovic is right in front of me, and the nervous energy here is crazy. Substitutions. Looks like Indy Bayerns is coming out this time. Lohus is in. And it's Timmerman that's in to serve, as we've seen previously. Float serve down the middle. Boskovic with an absolute ripper under pressure. Goes away from the body. Away from the block this time. Went high last time. Lohus goes high this time. And there's a split between the two blockers. 2 will do it for Serbia. They need to dig deep here. But it's a Serbian block that puts another step in to the final on Sunday. Maja Ognjenovic has been incredible. But now she makes a block with the inside hand, and look how much it means to her. Her first EuroVolley was 2007, and she was awarded the best setter then. Netherlands are going for a net touch. Unsuccessful. Gradetti's over the moon. The world champions now have 3 match points to set up a mouth-watering tie against Turkey here on Sunday. There's the dig, Stevanovic. Boskovic to put the game away. No. The Dutch are doing what they've done all evening, and that's dig their heels in. Another opportunity, Ognjenovic, who's been so instrumental, goes to Boskovic on the right side, and it's Serbia that beat the Netherlands to go through to the European Championship final against Turkey on Sunday. The world champions have done it as they look to win their third EuroVolley in 4 editions. They were second 2 years ago in Belgrade as the two coaches who have a lot of respect for each other embrace. They're looking for their title back, Serbia, and now they just have to beat Turkey to do it. Immense credit to the Netherlands. They fought incredibly hard out there this evening, and they were in a great position in set 4, but Boskovic and co dug their heels in and were victorious 25-21 in the end. A phenomenal match. We said it was going to be an exciting evening, and it certainly was. The Netherlands will play against Italy for bronze on Sunday. Boskovic in the thick of things once again. Fantastic this evening, Tijana Boskovic. And it's another European final for Serbia. Well, there's the confirmation. The Netherlands gave it everything, and I think they'll be incredibly proud of that performance. The overall stats: 11 blocks to 9, 7 aces to 4. Have a look at the amount of errors from Serbia, though. 35-18. That's some reading, isn't it? Especially in the last set. There were a lot of errors, but now they can celebrate with their fans. As it seems like they have their own song that they can all dance to. Amazing. Well, some highlights of a game that we will certainly remember. They were pushed the whole way, Serbia, by a great young Netherlands side. But in the end, it just wasn't enough. The 3-time champions of Europe will look to win this competition for a 4th time tomorrow, where they have Turkey, who are looking for their first ever European Championship trophy. My word, it's going to be a sensational evening on Sunday. As we're just waiting to hear from Maja Ognjenovic, I think, but she's too busy dancing, which is fair enough, isn't it? There's, pause a moment, Turkey versus Serbia. Guidetti, former coach of Turkey for numerous years. Daniele Santarelli winning the World Championships with Serbia last year. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't want to miss a thing. It's going to be Tijana Boskovic that we hear from in just a moment, which will be great to hear from Tijana when she's ready courtside. Well, Boskovic with 19 points, 38% of the attack. She's ready. They certainly did battle, didn't they? They fought, they battled. They got their way into the final on Sunday. A brilliant evening comes to an end here in Brussels. The Netherlands and Italy, unfortunately losing out, will play for bronze on Sunday. And the final will be between Serbia and Turkey. in what should be some mouth-watering tie. I've been Louis Led. It's been a pleasure to broadcast this to you today. We're going to leave you with some shots of Serbia winning.